Hello and welcome back, ladies. It is another lady of the house kind of day, and today I want to talk to you all about getting yourself organized, your whole week organized. When is the best time to do that, and then how does that play into us being able to have some playtime, some free time to do some things that we want to do, like pack a picnic and go enjoy ourselves at the park, even if it's just by ourselves. When is it that you take time to plan your week? Is it in the beginning of the week, maybe the middle, or is it at the end? I had started doing this a lot more with the Fly Lady system, just paying attention to that. And that was on my planning and desk day, which really took place on Tuesdays. I kind of felt like this was not the best time for me to do that. I eventually came to that conclusion. So then I found that at the end of a week, I would feel up to doing this. And especially on a Saturday, maybe like when I'm just winding down and relaxing, I usually would take some time to do this, but then it wouldn't always work out that way because sometimes we would have things planned that day. So I ran across this article in the Epic Times. This is in the Getting Organized section. It's called The Magic of Planning Your Week on Friday, and it is by Barbara Danza. So one of the things she explains is in here is how it's good to take time maybe on a morning each Friday to do this, because then you've had the whole week where you have been able to just kind of reflect on and see if things worked out the way that you had wanted them to. A lot of times we start thinking about this at the end of the week, right? Where we may feel like we didn't get a lot done, or we just reflect on our week. And so this would be a great time to sit down and just come up with your plan for the week to come. But it isn't, say, on a Friday evening where you are going out with friends or doing something with a family, going out on a date night, and then Saturday where things are different all the time. It seems Saturdays are always changing. I know they are for us. Sometimes we do stuff with friends. Sometimes we just have a really low-key that day, low-key day that day. But it just all depends. So to me, I think Friday morning is the best time to do that. It gives you an opportunity to plan before everything just starts to unfold within a week. I wanted to read this out of here about scheduling the time. It says, to ensure that you actually take the time to plan the week ahead, you need to schedule the time. Otherwise, you'll likely arrive at the end of your day on Friday wondering where the time went and wanting nothing more than to just start the weekend, where you're feeling exhausted or you just want to go off and have a great time. Block off uninterrupted time on Friday to make your weekly plan. I find Friday morning to be a good time for clear thinking and high energy. So I would have to agree with this, and I think that this is what has really made a big difference in my life, is doing this at the end of the week. And then she says to assess the past. She said, consider the week that's concluding and recognize the accomplishments and great moments you experienced, as well as the challenges and unmet goals you'd like to make progress on. If more action items come to mind, add them to your list. So a lot of times I end up just transferring something that I wasn't able to get done on my list of things to do one week and then putting them for the week to come. Or sometimes it will be a great time for me to say, okay, I don't want this going to my next week's to-do list. I'm going to just take the time to do this. I will thank myself later that I finally got this done. So just taking that time to do that on a Friday, I think is really good. Now I'm going to link this article in my description box below if you would like to read the entire thing. But then at the end it gets to celebrate. And this is the part that I really love, because when you have properly planned things out and you have been able to accomplish so much in a given week, you feel good about going out and enjoying yourself. This is what I wanted to really really get into today, which is, it says, sit back with a smile and a mind at ease, knowing that you're on top of what matters and you can enjoy your weekend feeling confident and free. So when we are able to manage our time in such a way where we make sure to make the time for the things that we need to get done, but then we're also scheduling in some time that we can relax at some point. And sometimes that may be at the beginning of the week that you want to relax, but you're going to use the rest of the week to get a lot of different things done. I make sure to schedule some time in for myself. And this is where I can do things like packing a picnic for myself or going to a coffee shop or whatever the case may be of what I'm going to do. And one of the things that I feel really good about is when I can get just like, I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but the basic things done within my home before I'm going to go and enjoy myself doing something. Please let me know in the comments below, when do you schedule your time to do your planning? And do you feel that that works out best for you? And will you be changing things to maybe start planning at the end of the week to have a successful week to come? But now it's time for me to get back to some of the things within my home so that I can now celebrate and enjoy the rest of my weekend. Special day because I packed myself a picnic here and I just want to go to a beautiful park before I'm going to meet up with a friend for a late lunch, early dinner. And I just packed something light for myself because I haven't eaten anything yet today. It just is so perfect out today. And I love taking advantage of those kind of days here, especially in Las Vegas, because pretty soon it's going to be getting so hot and I just, you know, I love being outside, but it can get pretty brutal here in the summertime. So right now I am going to enjoy a picnic, and I also packed a really great blanket that we've had since our wedding that I like to use when I'm at the park, and then also a some rosé, some sparkling rosé. I got some of that from the grocery store today, and sometimes, you know, if I'm going to be by myself and just enjoy my time. I also like to bring something extra special to drink, so that's what I'm bringing today. So anyway, come along with me as I go to the park. You can join me, and I hope that if any of you have some free time that you are making sure to do something special for yourself. So maybe that is going to a cafe or going and getting something special to drink from Starbucks or whatever you choose to do. Sometimes I like to go to a cafe and just sit down and maybe get a soup or something like that, but when it's so beautiful like this, I really love to be outside. So let's head to the park. In my picnic basket, which is a picnic basket that I got from Target years ago, it used to have some plastic wine glasses in it, but I am just bringing my rose-colored glass right here, and it fits really nicely. This is actually what the old ones used to look like, only they were clear, and I knew that it would fit just right. I have plates here, although I'm not going to use the plates today. I just put a spoon and a fork in there, and the ones that it came with, I don't know what happened to them, but they aren't here any longer. So today I am just going to have a really simple salad with some Italian dressing, and then I also packed some berries and Cool Whip with that. I'm also bringing some reading material. I have my Victoria magazine, Southern Lady, as well as an article that I wanted to read from the Epic Times. All right, I have everything packed. I have my paint paper, I have a journal here, my paints, as well as reading material, my purse of course, water, and then my sparkling blush, and then I also have my blanket, a hat, and one of the most important things I think before I leave is just making sure that I have everything ready for this evening. So the bathroom's nice and clean, the table is set and prepared for dinner tonight because I am going to be getting back right before dinner, and so that is done, and then the kitchen's all cleaned up. So it feels good to leave when it feels like this, and then I can go and enjoy myself.
Welcome to Inspired by Nikki. Today's episode I am stepping in just because Nikki's not ready. I just want to clear something up. When I was dancing, that was supposed to be practice. That was supposed to be a test run, and she just put me out there. I wasn't even ready.
This video was brought to you by our patrons and all those who've purchased from the Inspired by Nikki store. Thank you. I want to welcome you if you are new and invite you to subscribe to be inspired daily to make the everyday beautiful.